Hello, good afternoon again. So, now I want to talk about how to train your brain, how to improve your brain, and with two techniques meditation and hypnosis. Okay, so I will explain first how your brains work. We have two parts of the brain, like imagine an iceberg where the peak is your conscious mind and the bottom one under the surface is your subconscious mind. So when we build up our subconscious mind, we build up our subconscious mind when we are little, from 0 to 7 years old. So we install information like when you buy a new phone, you have some apps on it, but then you install new information every time. So for 7 years, a child is installing information like a sponge. Okay, and then from 7 to 14 years old, you just learn by repetition. From 14 to 21 years old, the same, okay? Because our brain learns by repetition. But in this age, and during pregnancy and the first 7 years, your brain learns because it's learning all the time, is installing information all the time. So then when you are older, 90% of your decisions are command by your subconscious mind. Is why sometimes you don't understand why I took this decision, why I can't change this habit, why I'm struggling with this if I really want to commit to go to the gym, to eat healthy, to improve my well-being, but I'm still doing the same because your subconscious mind is holding you back. And that is really interesting to know because many of my patients, they come to me asking for help because of mental health problems, because of anxiety, and they want to get better, but there is something else holding them back, and that's your subconscious mind. Okay, so and now I want to explain you about the brain waves. Okay, we have 5 brain waves. The first one is the beta waves, which has two, is divided into high beta waves and low beta waves. So, and then when you are stressed, overwhelmed, when you can't concentrate, you are rushing all the time, that is in your high beta brain waves. And when you are concentrating, like maybe you're watching this video, maybe you are distracting but not stressed, that is your beta waves, low beta waves. Okay, and then we have the alpha waves, then we have the theta waves, and then we have the delta waves. In every stage of our life, we have all day we are going through beta, alpha, delta when we are when we are sleeping. So, but the child from 0 to 7 years old, they are most of the time in theta waves. What does it mean? Theta waves, it means when you install information. When you imagine, if you want to change a habit, you have to access to the theta waves in your brain, then you can change your habit, you can improve that habit. So, but how we do now as an adult go to theta waves because we were in that waves when we were little. So how we do that? Through meditation and hypnosis. Why? Because when you now we are in beta waves concentrated. But if when you close your eyes, your brain automatically it goes to alpha waves. And just after alpha waves is theta waves. Before you fall asleep, before you go to delta waves, you go through theta waves. It's when you can change, you can rewire your brain, you can, any habit that you have, you can modify because maybe your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, uncles, aunties, they told you something like you are a naughty girl, you are a naughty boy, don't do that. Or if you fell over, they said, oh, come on, this is nothing. And then they are not validating your emotion. They are telling you things like, for example, if you don't eat, I won't love you. You are a naughty boy. If you don't eat, you have to eat everything, blah, blah, blah. And then as a child, you don't analyze, you don't think, oh, this is wrong, this is true, this is right. No, you just take the information into you without analyzing, without thinking this is right, this is not. A child, they believe everything. But when we are an adult, to get to that theta waves, we have to go through meditation, closing your eyes, breathing. Because after alpha, you go to theta waves. But, and hypnosis is the other technique. As an adult, we have to try to commit to go to these waves. Otherwise, it's difficult for us. But when you go to bed, when you sleep, before you fall asleep, you go to theta waves. So, which is interesting because which information you are listening before you fall asleep. That is really, really important because at nighttime, your conscious mind, which is the peak of the iceberg, it rests, but your subconscious mind, it starts to install all the information that you've been given along the day. So anything. So how is your mind diet? I always ask that, because it's really important what you watch, what you listen, what you read, which conversations you have, because that information will get installed at nighttime. Same as when your phone is connected to the charger and it say a new update is coming, but we will do at nighttime over the night. So it's what your subconscious mind does. So it's really, really important, okay, to work on that. And the other thing is your brain learns by repetition. Because how did you learn to read a book? How did you learn to drive a car or to drive a motorbike or to learn anything? Practicing, repeating. Your brain learns by repetition. This is the good news. The bad news is your brain is very lazy, but because it always takes you to the easiest way. It's difficult to start new habit because your brain takes you to the comfy zone, to the things that you are used to do. But the good news is your brain is very obedient. So, which is good because then you can send order to your brain, like when you Google, when you type in Google, and you search for information, so you can send the information to your brain. This is the good news because then we have to be conscious which information are we giving to our brain, which orders are we giving to our brain. That's really, really important. Okay, because when you are conscious about that, you say, "Oh, I'm thinking, oh, I am bad. Everything is going, is falling apart. Oh, I feel like this, I feel like that," and just complaining about yourself, about life, about whatever. Then guess what? Your brain will bring more of that. But if you try to see the positive things, okay, you said, okay, I'm going through challenge time, okay, but I'm getting there, I'm feeling better, everything is improving. Then your brain will listen that because you can cheat your brain. If I said to you, don't think about pink elephant, don't think about pink elephant. Are you thinking about pink elephant? If your answer is yes, then your brain doesn't know what is real, what is fiction, what is true, what is false, because pink elephant, they don't exist. So it's why the proof is that your brain does whatever you do, is obedient. It's lazy, but it's obedient. So let's take the advantage of your brain to be obedient. So it's why when I go through my pathway to all my challenge in life, I start to practice meditation. I did few sessions of hypnosis. Also, I learned myself. In 2024, I graduated with Marisa Peer, who is a hypnotherapist in London. Well, she lives in Los Angeles, I think so. I did my degree in hypnotherapy because I understood the importance of rewiring your brain, Mm, like updating your subconscious mind. And you do through meditation and through hypnosis. Meditation you can practice at home. It's not difficult. I want to create a community to practice meditation, but this has to be a habit that we practice every day, like brushing your teeth. Okay, it's really important. So when you go to meditation, when you access to the theta waves, you will say now. So then what? How I will change the information. That's the good thing. So how you change information is by repeating new information. Imagine could be a guide meditation, could be an audio that you created, or if it's hypnosis, someone will guide you. So I do some hypnosis sessions. So if you are interested in having hypnotherapies for any habit you want to change in your life, just send me an email to this email in the description, and I'm happy to help you. Okay, so these are two ways to go into theta waves and to change your brain, because it's possible. Your brain is very, very plastic. It means it's very, the plasticity in your brain, the malleable, it can change. It doesn't matter how old you are. Of course, it's easier when you are little, when you are a teenager, or when you are pregnant, because your brain is changing a lot, when you are pregnant. But there is a study that proves, like After 90, your plasticity, the brain neuroplasticity, which is called, start to decrease. After 90 years old, imagine. We all us can change, our brain can change habits, can implement something new, can start to have a better lifestyle, better habits, just practicing these two techniques. Also, there is a self-hypnosis. There are some audios, there are few things that we can do. Okay. Actually, I will leave you a link here to register yourself, send your email, and you will receive a free hypnosis from me. This is your gift to be present here and to keep improving your life, because if you are here, it's not casualty. This is because of a reason. Because as a human, we are more than just body. Our mind is important. If we learn to control our mind, if we learn how to be the best friend of your mind, that will be really, really good for your life, because mind is controlling everything. Your mind is really important. Your mind is is connecting with God, energy, whatever you believe, and with yourself. So, which radio are you connecting with your mind? Which because you are connected with the radio. Are you connecting with the radio who is saying, "Oh, I'm not valuable. I'm not enough. Oh, I don't have." Just complaining, or are you connected with the radio which say, "I am enough. I am positive. Everything is coming to me. I am enough. I'm lovable." Which radio are you connected with? Because your mind is the focus. Your mind has a system which is called a reticular activate system, which is like a GPS focusing. Which information you are focused is what it will expand. So if you are focusing in the negative things, guess what? More negative will come to you. If you are focusing in the positive things, more positive things will come to you, because it's like Google. If you type in Google flowers, type now flowers, all the images about flowers will appear. If you type rubbish, all the images of rubbish will come, isn't it? Just try. That's your mind. So we can learn how to improve our mind. We can teach our mind. It's not easy job, but you can get through that practicing every day, at least 21 days, because 1,000 miles start with 1 mile. It's really, really important. Okay. So today you have learned that you can go through your subconscious mind, rewire, change the information, and have a better life. Also, writing down positive things, something you are grateful about before you go to sleep, will help your subconscious mind to focus in the things you want. Be said like you are grateful. I am grateful because I feel in peace every day, more and more, or whatever you want to achieve, or I got my degree, or I improve my whatever, write down in a piece of paper before you go to sleep. Okay. And that will help you a lot. If you have any question, just drop your message here, send me an email. I will leave here the link to have the hypnosis. If you want to have a self-hypnosis, it's for free. So I'm happy to share with you, and I hope this video has helped you. And see you next time. Have a nice and lovely weekend.